Hi, Guido Fox here. Welcome by a new book report. Today I want to discuss with you this wonderful book, Japanese Philosophy. Wonderful book. Nearly 300 pages of information about Japanese philosophy, the world of how Japanese people are thinking in the fundamental way of living. So the title is Japanese Philosophy, and the subtitle is The Thinking Way of Verbinding, of connection with others and connection with yourself. And in this book there's amazingly link also with Christianity, so Christian way of behavioral patterns, and there are some difference there, how Christianity is and think, and how Japanese philosophy and religion is and think. And I think that makes this book very, very interesting for your life, for your mental health, and also for the way of being. So how we can learn from both worlds, right? From the Japanese world and from the Christianity, from the Western countries world. So the best of two worlds right here in this wonderful book. Let's go rodeo. Page 31. Everyone is filled with light, but some people have to search for it. Right? So everyone can become a good person. That is something what you have to understand. Everyone can become a good person to work hard, to work on yourself, and you can be awesome, and you can have a wonderful life. So it is not that we have to suffer. We have to suffer so much. And that is more the Christian way of thinking. We have to suffer and then we can reach something. And here it is more, we can be filled of life, and we have not corrected so hard by rules. We don't have to be corrected so hard by punishment. We learned if we're doing things badly, we get punished. And we correct our actions, and there I want to go with you. The Christian way is thinking about actions, about sins. You're drinking too much and you create bad karmas in your life. You steal things out of a store and bad karma is coming back to you. So you steal and you get punished. You drink too much alcohol and you have a headache the next morning. So the Christian way of sins thinking is another way of the Japanese philosophy of working on yourself and be filled of light in yourself and meditate to become a very sincere, innocent, clear person who found the source. And if you found existence, and if you found peace in yourself, and you found your real self, then your actions follows your source, and your actions will be good, and your actions in the world create good karmas back. So the difference between Christianity is that they think about the bad person, the bad human being, and he must be corrected by religion, and he must be corrected by punishment. and then it will be a good person. So actions leading to punishment, bad actions leading to punishment. And in a Japanese way of thinking is that you are a good person. If you go into yourself, if you meditate for a long time and you be calm and chill, and then your bad actions will be less and less. Your actions, your bad actions, and your bad karmas will be less and less without all the punishment, without all the corrections on your behavioral patterns. So Christianity is about intentions. You have bad intentions. I want to steal that bike, and the actions follows. You steal that bike and you get punished by police, and karmas will be involved. And Japanese way of thinking is meditate, become clearly, become innocent, and become relaxed and chill. And then you're not thinking about stealing that car, stealing that bike. And if you're not thinking about stealing that bike or stealing that car, you don't do it. So your thoughts and your actions of bad things will be less and less and less. So these are the two ways of thinking: correcting bad behavior, of going to the source and become a wonderful, young, innocent child again. And they describe in this book that if you combine water with dirty water, the clear water will be also immediately get brown and dirty, right? So dirty karmas are much more intense than the nice water where you can see the ground, right? In those nice Caribbean areas where you have water and it's clear and there's no dirty. But if there's a little bit dirty water, then all the water will be dirt at once. So if you are a good person and you work on yourself, then the dirty water is nearly nothing. So your bad thoughts and your bad actions will be less and less and less. So there's the less chance that you're doing bad behavior, so less chance on bad karmas, and less need to be corrected. Less need for your parents to correct you. Less need and effort that police have to correct you. So these are the two big lines of philosophy thinking about being a good person. Then you can become the true human. You can be a true human through meditate and overthinking yourself and going in personal development. You become a good person. A good person. Secondly, what is important by this philosophy is that you have to be aware of negative energy fields of other people. So if you are in a group with people who have bad energies, you automatically transfer that energy on yourself, and maybe you want to show off, and you go into the group and you also create bad karmas and bad actions, and you're also going into criminality, right? So in this philosophy, you avoid negative energies. What I'm doing now, if I'm in the gym, if I'm on the street and I see a negative energy field, I see a negative person, I walk with a big round around that person. I walk the other way. I move from negative energy fields to stay in my field, to not leakage energy. So the old world was that you go in a negative energy field and you create a conflict because you're higher in your consciousness, the other person is lower in your consciousness. So the lower always wants to get the higher consciousness people down. And now it's time in this new dimension, in this new world, that you can avoid people if you can stand alone. If you have colleagues, it's difficult to avoid them, right? If you're in a school class, it is difficult to avoid. So the matrix is also killing consciousness. But I am free. I can choose with who I go. I can choose my clients. I can choose in which energy field I want to go. And that makes it more easier for me to stay high in my consciousness. And so I can avoid. That's what I'm doing now. I save energy and I'm not going into groups with low energy fields. So then you save your energy to stay a good person. And I don't use that energy to help people or to support people who are not paying money to me, right? So I save my energy for the special people in my life. I save my energy for my clients who pay for me, who are giving energy to me, because money is energy, so energy is coming to me, and I save that energy for them. So in the new world, in the world of freedom, in the world of anti-misery and anti-suffering, you can walk away. If you don't feel good by people, walk away. If I see a guy or a woman with bad energy, I not want to train next to you. I choose another training machine, right? And I train every day. So the next day I pick the exercise I want to do actually on that day. So I'm also flexible in my fitness schedule. So that's the way how I live now. I'm not going into discussions with people. I am not want to see negative energies in my life. I don't want to see low value people in my life. I don't want to be confronted with low value people in my life. So I stay in my own energy field. So that works very, very well. Then you can stay connected with your source, stay loaded, don't have energy miners around you, people who are stealing your energy, and you can stay a good person on this way. Number 3, there are a lot of people who cannot be corrected in this life. And there are a lot. They have to come back. They are in a totally other different self-development circle, cultural circle. They are not into self-development. They are not into spiritual awakening. They are doing the basic things in life. That's disappointment because they drag us down, but we have to accept it, right? Not everyone goes in higher energy fields. Not everyone goes in meditation. Not everyone goes in personal development. And they have to come back in another life. Their soul life is not ending in this life. So there are a lot of people who are uncorrectables. They have very bad old karmas and they stay in the negative circles of life. But we can see it. We can see it on the street. You can see it in your surroundings. You can accept it. You can say, okay, it's not well to see, but stay away from them. Stay by yourself. Stay by your own energy and not losing mental energy to these people who are not giving something back to you, who are not giving something useful for you. That's interesting, because you see a lot of people are putting energies, helping them, or mental energies into people who are not giving something back. And in the deepest form, if you want to become a happy person, it's also a kind of trait, right? You want to have something back if you're giving something, because you have your own value, you have your own self-confidence, and otherwise you are dragged down, your leakage become too much, and then you cannot give to the right persons in your life, as I told you earlier. That is the interesting picture to stay high energetic, healthy, and happy without lackages to your surroundings. And then if you go deeper into meditation, then you are in line with your 7 chakras, and then your mind troubles, your constantly chattering mind is falling away, and also your body identification is falling away. Page 132. So you're not so identified with your body from this is me, this is my nose, this is my chest, this is my abs, these are my legs, this is me. No, you are pure consciousness, and you're not your mind anymore. You're not your chattering mind anymore. You are pure consciousness. So in the deepest form of Japanese philosophy, you are consciousness. And then if the highest is consciousness, the highest person is consciousness, then Jesus is consciousness and Buddha is consciousness. And then in Japanese philosophy is Jesus enlightenment and Buddha enlightenment, and then they are actually the same. So if you talk about Jesus or you talk about Buddha, then you talk about 1000 consciousness level. So that's the same. So what say that on a deeper level, the crowd and the matrix people are always thinking, oh, I'm Muslim, or I'm Christian, or I am Jewish, or I'm Buddhistic, or I'm Hindu, or whatever kind of 300 religions you're following. If you're going above matrix and you're going to true religiousness, you say, hey, the highest consciousness level is Jesus and Buddha, and I follow consciousness. So religion is actually raising up your consciousness. I told you that on many times, but it's always good to remember and repeat some important sentence, right? So the matrix people are always stuck into, oh, I follow that religion and my eyes are closed on that religion, and I don't look around and don't actually know what the deepest form of religion is, and that's actually raising up your consciousness and opening your 7 chakras, and hold that chakras that connect in your life and make your chakras ecstatic. So that's the deepest form of religion. So the core thing about this video is stay in your field, don't lackage too much to other people, meditate and become a good person, then your actions follow, and don't go in that Christian trap of sins and correct your sins and punish yourself too much. Go into meditation, find your source, and your good actions will follow, and your bad actions will follow back. And if you're doing something wrong, or you make an accident somewhere, it can happen, but the chance is less if you're connected, if you're of a high consciousness. And always, there's also time to reflect on it, and also time to not fall in self-guilt mechanism. So a lot of people fall in, oh, I feel guilty about accident, and stays years and years in that mental trap. And it is always the case to step out of that and not improve yourself so much with self-guilt. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and see you grateful by the next one. Bye bye.